guys, I also want to show you one more thing. If you are going to create any files in the Magic Room Creator that have more than one print on the wall, if you're having numerous pieces, I'm going to kind of show you how to be able to do that, so you can also make a PSD file for that. So I'll jump right into it. I still have this pulled up from the last video I had made. Once you have this software pulled up, obviously it's going to look like that. You'll select your room image, which we already have here. Then you're going to add your artwork size. Let's add a 24 by 36. We'll put that here. I'll just do two pieces of art for this video, so you know how to do multiple pieces of artwork. So we'll say we got that one in there. And if we do want to add in another piece, we'll say we want a 30 by 40. And we'll add that in. And we'll put that over here. And so on and so forth. If we wanted to add a couple other pieces or whatever the case is, I'm just showing you how to do this so you know how to change in the software, how to properly adjust frames and things like that. So once we have the artwork in there, we don't need the artwork size up anymore because we're done with that. We don't want to add a mock-up image because we're not applying any image on this now because we're making a PSD file. So we're going to create this with the blank canvas there. We do want to add in a frame, at least I do. If you don't, then you don't have to worry about that option. But if we are going to add in a frame option, this is where you want to make sure that you are selecting the correct layer. So if you go over here, you can see which one this is going to highlight on the right side of your screen. On the bottom right, you see that the blue design layer is for this, and this blue design is for this. If we want to add a frame to the first design layer, which you can see is over there, we can put the matted frame on that one, add a black one, put the width, we'll say 15, sure, and we'll add the frame. It'll apply it to that layer. Now you need to make sure if you want to apply anything to this layer that you are now going to click on that layer under Artwork 2, which is now Artwork 2. Click on that design layer, go ahead and add the frame there. And now both pieces of artwork have applied a frame. So now they are both going to be able to be worked on. Now, if you're going to add anything for texture, you want to make sure that you are on the design layer under each of the artworks. Artwork 1 design, Artwork 2 design. That is where you will apply the material choice and the texture. You want to make sure that the material texture is on the design layer. So that while you're clicking on the actual design, it's changing that. As you see, I selected this, it populated design here. That is how you would update the material choice. And if you want to add in a shadow, again, always make sure you're selecting the frame layer, so that way there the shadow is applying correctly. If we're applying the shadow here, we also want it to the right. We can apply that to there. If we go over to this artwork, which is under Artwork 1, we go to that frame layer, and we can add the shadow to that frame. So now both have shadows. So now you are working on both pieces of artwork, and you are able to add in numerous pieces of art. That's nice because if you do a size comparison chart like I do on my Etsy shop, I like to offer a mock-up that shows different sizes from 11 by 14 up to 30 by 40. And everything within that so that a customer can see on the wall all of those sizes at one time. It helps a buyer really make a correct choice of what it may be suitable for what they need in their home or office or wherever they're buying it for. Obviously, if you want to go ahead and add text, anything like that, you can do that. I usually apply this on the background layer so that that text is on the wall itself. So once we are on the background layer, we can go ahead and click Add Text. The first one was a 24 by 36. We can add that in. Go ahead and move that down here and put that there. Don't want that to be too big. Just enough to stand out. That's nice. And this was a 30 by 40. So again, we'll go back down to the background layer and we will select 30 by 40. Hide this so that's not in the way. All right, so 30 by 40, we'll add that in. That'll apply the extra text layer for that. Make that just a little bit smaller as well. Center that, and that looks good. All right, so now we have both pieces of artwork. Now, if you did want to update, as we went over in a previous video as well, of how to change these frames for doing the wood grain look, you can refer to that video on how to do that. You would just simply select, double click on the frame layer, and go to your pattern overlay. We're not doing that in this video. I'm just showing you how to apply numerous pieces of artwork to your wall. So now that we have two pieces, if we wanted to use that optional button and add in any room decor, then we can. I'm not going to add in any plants or couches or tables or anything in this room. It looks good as it is. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, go up here. We can save this file now as a PSD folder, or a file, sorry. And we can open this up and put this into our testing room creator file. This is a PSD file, so we will put that in that folder. And we'll name this 2 pieces of artwork, since we have 2 pieces there. And now we will have the other 2 that we made in previous videos on top of this one now in this video. So now there will end up being a total of 3 mockups we have created. So let's save that file. We'll select OK. Once that is done and created, which it's already done, these 2 will now have its own. So we'll go into that folder, PSD, and now we have 3 files. Now that we have those made, we can go ahead and open that up into the Magic Mockup Creator. We'll select the image or the mockup folder that we're using, which in this case, again, will be what we just created with those 3. So we'll go to Room Creator, PSD file, and select that folder. The image that we're going to select, we'll keep the same, and we'll use the Arizona image that we've been using. So I'll get that pulled up. And the output folder, we will end up putting in the testing folder, Magic Room Creator, and we'll put that in here. And we'll select that folder. And now you'll just end up starting this process. And this will not take long at all for it to apply all 3 of those mockups. And boom, it's done. We can go ahead and open that folder now. And you'll see all 3 of those now that we just exported are all in here. The one that we just created had applied the Arizona image to our mockup we just created. And we had created that in a couple of minutes. That's how simple this is. So we have that room we just created. We have the room that we created in the past video. And we have the room we created in the first video. So all 3 of these mockups are set and done in seconds. You can now put all of your mockups. We'll say you made 10 mockups. You could put all of those on your shop in under a minute. And it's that easy to get a listing up and move on to other portions and aspects of your business. That is why the Wizard Mockup Pro is a great choice if you want to have efficiency, save time and money and effort. And I thank you for watching this video. This will conclude on how to make multiple pieces of artwork on this plugin. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. And thank you for watching.